All right, day 2. Can't see much in the pre-dawn light, but it's 6:25 and we're off. Had some better sleep last night. It was certainly plenty warm. I don't know exactly, but maybe 55 or 60. So, no problem whatsoever. Just take it slow in the morning here while it's still dark. And while my circulation's kicking in. I stood up from collecting water off of this trickle, and I noticed this little hidey hole cave. I ain't going in, but I'm sure somebody lives in there. Nice coffee. Check that out. Can anyone identify that? It's pretty spongy. Is that chicken of the woods, or is that something that looks like chicken of the woods? Well, the terrain's been kind of rolling, and that's good. It's a little bit thick, the air, kind of overcast, not that breezy. I would welcome a breeze, but everything's going good. I had a pro bar and some coffee, as I showed you earlier. I like the pro bars because they're something like 380 or 400 calories, but they're really dense. And so they pack well and they have a good energy density. And they have a decent amount of carbohydrates and fat. Just good for the morning, for sure. I'm also noticing how nice this forest is in here. Just a ton of big trees and not a lot of stuff in between. Which is cool, it just has a nice open aspect to it. There's a little buck out there. There he goes. Well, he wasn't very aware of me until I got, let's say if I was within shooting distance, if I were hunting right now. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen an actual buck. I've only seen does all around. Maybe a dozen of them so far yesterday. But in general, I don't know if I've seen a buck at all in the wild. That's pretty cool. It's a good sized pond there, but I don't think I'm gonna get any water from it. I just prefer to get water from running sources. Too much biological activity in there, I think. On the map, that's Cotham Pond. Cotham. So I'll look for a running source further along. I think I have 1.5 liters right about now. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, I've always wanted to hit Andrew Skirka's 10 by 10 miles by 10 a.m. I don't think I'm going to hit that today, but maybe I will tomorrow or the next day if I get up early enough. Try not to go full bore in the morning because I'm just waking up all my joints, getting circulation. I definitely do stretches before bed and then after I wake up, but there's no substitute for the blood flow. Check back later. And when I say check back later, I mean in a minute. I wasn't supposed to go up that road, actually. I'm supposed to go around the lake some more. One thing I'll say is if you can train yourself to always be looking for a Ozark Trail blaze, it's hard to get too far off track because they do a good job with that, for sure. There we go. That is officially the weirdest mushroom I have ever seen. I'm just taking a break and a snack here a little after 10. So I made 8.2 miles by 10. Not bad. But I have to ask, is this worn weight? These seed pods are nuts. I've taken these off my pants multiple times already, so it's just, they're everywhere. I'm doing my part, I guess, right? I think these are some old pieces of car fender or something like that. Not entirely sure. But yeah, you can see how Between the Rivers is, well, there's a lot of overgrown stuff. That's actually the trail back through there. And if you thought I had sticker pods before, yeah. Max capacity. But the good thing about this spot right here is I see flowing water and I'm ready for a drink. And then another drink and another drink. I'm thirsty. All I can say is the footpath is rugged. see the hogs. Probably 4 of them, 5 of them. I don't know if the trail goes over that way though. They spooked. Yeah, that's a good direction to go. See ya. I gotta go up this way. Alright, I hope they still keep making this over the years, because this package solves a problem that I've had, which is that I like peanut butter and it's a really good trail food, but I don't really want to carry an entire jar because it's the same size the whole time and jars can still kind of weigh a lot. So this is like a flip top. You can squeeze out peanut butter and then like it gets smaller as you use it. That's a great thing. One flaw is the cap doesn't really stay on tight, and I can see that down there that could definitely get jostled off. So I packed it with a bag just so it doesn't explode and get everywhere, but that is definitely good. I'm at about 16 or 17 miles today, so just trucking along. Nothing too exciting to report. As you can tell, it's pretty much just a forest, this whole section between the rivers. And it's kind of a tough one too, because there's a lot of blown down stuff that hasn't been cut, and then there's a lot of brush. So I've just kind of been trucking along, doing work, as you might say, and get through it. But overall, it's still a really nice day. That is a seriously big oak tree. Wow. Oh man. I am in overall good spirits, but I have to say I really do not like this section at all. It's so overgrown in spots. A lot of down trees I've mentioned before. Not that much water. I know from experience the sections that are further up are much nicer by comparison, and I know them better, so that'll help. Like I said, everything's all right, but that's just kind of how it is today. Oh, but hey, here's some water. That's good. Get some here. I'm terribly sorry. I think I've stepped in on something. I'll just carry on. Bye. Have fun. Sorry, guys. They went right back to it. Well, I've got, I think, about 2 miles or a little bit less left on the day. That'll get me to 6 p.m. and just a mile or two short of 25. I'm not totally sure, because earlier my Garmin watch kind of stopped its recording session, so I had to restart it, and there were some miles in between. I don't totally know how many those are, but maybe I can do the tally later. Anyway, I'd like to stop at 6 today, just give myself another half hour sunlight, just because. A little more time to recuperate, and so on. Now, I was kind of speaking about, maybe a little negatively about the trail. I would say east of Highway C or something like that, it got a lot nicer. Might be the forest road just before C, but that's been much appreciated. Gravel bed is much more like a trail bed, that is, and a lot more mature trees, so a lot less brush and sticky stuff, and kind of out of the bottomlands too, so much appreciated. That's all for now. Okay, and these, if I'm not mistaken, are persimmons on persimmon tree. Definitely not ready to eat yet, I don't think. I don't think they come in until, I don't think they're really ripe until sometime in October. Or maybe later. That's nice to see. Man, that's kind of cool. I did not expect to come across someone's big old field. And their house is back there too. A little touch of civilization is nice. And maybe just a third or a half mile till where I want to stop. And if that was a bad place, I could always come back right here. Well, there's camp for tonight. This is a nice flat stretch of forest for sure. As a safety note, always make sure you check up above. This is a huge branch that would fall with enough wind. So, completely separated from this big tree. So, I've checked over my area and we're good. All right, time for dinner. Woo-hoo.